Hi, everybody. This is another of our members on IF9, Cary Krais.
Hey.
And she's one of our funny ones, actually.
Yeah. All right.
She keeps us in stitches all the time. Well, Cary, I'm so glad to be on this project with you. And how did you get to be on the project?
Well, this has been something that LaDonna has wanted to do for a long time. And I think almost immediately after first meeting LaDonna on Facebook, I had congratulated her on her Reiki masterclass with William Lee Rand. And we just kind of hit it off, and she started throwing little ideas out to me. And it just has morphed into the Infinite Federation 9. And it's really, the mission is just wonderful. I mean, who can beat healing the world and healing ourselves and bringing us into the new age of paradise here on earth.
That's right. That's right. Well, Cary, what services do you have to offer?
I'm a Reiki master in Asui and Asui Tibetan Reiki. I'm also a Reiki master in Karuna Reiki. I do animal communication work, medium work, and intuitive advising. I'm also a doula to the dying, which means when somebody is in transition or has entered into hospice, let's say, their family might not always know what their wishes are, especially if the person is unconscious. And it's my job to be kind of the liaison and translate and help them understand, between the doctor jargon and layman jargon, what's really going on, because the spiritual and the physical are different. We go in different phases. So what a doctor may be telling them is accurate for that condition, but what I will tell them is what that person is actually experiencing inside the shell, which is the body.
What a wonderful service, because I don't think there's anything like the death of a loved one that will make you question just about everything about yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
it's just very fulfilling to see people go through such a difficult and devastating time for them to be able to come out on the other side and feel that they did the best for their loved one.
Absolutely. You know, my personal experience, I've given, I don't know how many last haircuts, and have walked so many to their last breath. And, and I have to say that for myself, thank God I had something to do, because I think helplessness is probably the worst thing anybody can go through when somebody is failing and
right.
Don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, and talk about the different Reikis. Can you introduce exactly what kind of Reikis that you do?
Asui is considered, in this hemisphere, the traditional type of Reiki. It was rediscovered by Dr. Mikao Asui, and he kind of brought it to the forefront and started introducing it to people. Dr. Hayashi and Mrs. Takata. Mrs. Takata was actually born in Hawaii, and after the war came here and began teaching Reiki. All three of these people had experienced deep healing through the energy of Reiki, and they proceeded to educate people and instruct them and bring them to mastership. Karuna Reiki is another form of Reiki, which is a newer form, which was developed through William Lee Rand and some of his associates. It's a more recent Reiki, and it's considered to be a more gentle yet very potent healing modality. It is based around the teachings of Kuan Yin, who is the female counterpart to Buddha. So it's basically about compassion and love. There are other forms of Reiki, but these are the two that I'm attuned to. I also am attuned in Usui Tibetan, which is the Tibetans use slightly different symbols and slightly different ways of approaching their Reiki sessions.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a blend. I'm really a blend.
Now, are these sessions hands-on? Are these distance?
Both.
Both.
It depends. If somebody's local to me, they'll come to my home, or I'll go to them, or I've gone to offices or even to hospitals and given people Reiki sessions. A couple of years ago, I had a fellow who I was friends with his wife. I had never met him, and he developed esophageal cancer. So every day I would go. It started, I was going once a week. Then it turned into twice a week. Then it turned into 3 times a week. And they didn't have a hospital bed in their apartment. And they lived on the 6th floor with no elevator. So I really couldn't lug my massage table up to give him a treatment. So I essentially was climbing onto the bed with him,
Wow.
which was really kind of strange because I didn't know this man. And he was a good sport about it. It gave him relief. He was in tremendous pain, and after a while he started telling his doctors, don't even give me that stuff. The only thing that works for me is Reiki.
Oh.
And it was a big standing joke because another friend of ours was going and giving him a massage on his feet to keep the circulation going. And one day she was there, she had just finished giving the massage, and he excused himself and went into the bathroom, and they went in to see what he was doing, and he was shaving. And she says, you shave for her, but you don't shave for me. And I didn't think about it at the time. I was like, I'm working on his face. Of course he's going to shave. He's being polite. It's not personal. He's just being polite.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, okay, Cary, do you have your own website?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
And what is the name of your website?
It's Reiki with Cary at, ReikiWithCary.com.
Mm-hmm.
And it describes everything that I do. It goes into depth. There's some education on chakras in case people don't know what that is. There's some testimonials of the different types of work because I do tend to do a lot of different things. It's all related, but I tend to do a lot of different things. So there's different testimonials, and there's a little bit of education on there as to what I do.
Wonderful. Well, I want to thank you for taking time here and for letting everyone get to know all of us so that once we launch in September, we can be ready to serve. It is an honor to serve with all of you, and I'm so glad that we met, and I look forward to this project.
Oh, same here, Sheila. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. All right. Well,
okay.
Peeps, from our hearts to yours, namaste.
Namaste.